Good morning, heirs. Our word for the week is found in two passages of Scripture. First, reading from the book of Hebrews, chapter 6, verses 9 through 19, from the Passion Translation. Having said that, beloved, we are fully convinced that there are more beautiful and excellent things which flow from your salvation. For God, the faithful one, is not unfair. How can he forget the work you've done for him? He remembers the love you demonstrate as you continually serve his beloved ones for the glory of his name. We long to see you passionately advance until the end and you find your hope fulfilled. So don't allow your hearts to grow dull or lose enthusiasm, but follow the example of those who fully received what God has promised because of their strong faith and patient endurance. Now, when God made a promise to Abraham, since there was no one greater than himself, he swore an oath on his own integrity to keep the promise as sure as God exists. So he said, "Have no doubt, I promise to bless you over and over and give you a son and multiply you without measure." So Abraham waited patiently in faith and succeeded in seeing the promise fulfilled. It is very common for people to swear an oath by something greater than themselves, for the oath will confirm their statements and end all dispute. So in the same way, God wanted to end all doubt and confirm it even more forcefully to those who would inherit his promises. His purpose was unchangeable, so God added his vow to the promise. So it is impossible for God to lie, for we know that his promise and his vow will never change. And now we have run into his heart to hide ourselves in his faithfulness. This is where we find his strength and comfort, for he empowers us to seize what has already been established ahead of time, an unshakable hope. And then reading from Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. "And let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart." Our word for the week is, your due season is near. Prepare to reap. This week the Lord just wants to remind you that there is a due season for you. Do not let go of your joyful expectation. Do not grow tired or discouraged. Do not focus on what is not happening in your life or what you are not able to see just yet. But remain focused on the one who is the great I am. He is faithful. He is the promise keeper. He's not forgotten your labor of love. He's not forgotten your service to others. He's not forgotten every seed that you have sown. He is just, and he is the rewarder. We have an assurance because God has sworn on his own integrity. He has bound himself to his own word. Just remain faithful. Just remain diligent. Remain patient. Due season is coming. In fact, for many, it is now here. Prepare to reap. Do not grow weary in well-doing, Paul tells us. We will reap in due season if we faint not. The Greek word for due is idios. It means one's own or distinct or personal. Your own personal season. It has your name on it. The Greek word kairos is translated season in this passage. Kairos can mean a number of things, but specifically in Galatians 6:9, it means a suitable time or favorable moment or opportunity where you can take advantage of things coming to a head. It is a personal, distinct season, your very own favorable moment, your moment of opportunity. Take full advantage of this Kairos moment. It's yours for the season. It's your harvest. Hear God speak. My child, it's your time of harvest. You have sown much, and I want you to know that while you've not yet seen the fullness of the seed come forth, I have not allowed one seed that has been sown in love and faith, watered by my word, to fall on fallow ground. I have watered it, and my spirit has hovered over it, so that in due season it would come forth yielding the 100-fold blessing. It is due season. It is due season. You have sown seeds of prayer, seeds of time, seeds of sacrifice, seeds of finances, seeds of faithfulness. It's due season. I know every seed, every labor of love, and I am honoring your faithfulness. Look for it to come in the most unexpected ways through the most unlikely sources. Be open and be ready. Imitate Abraham, who did not waver, who did not concern himself with how I would fulfill the promise. He remained confident because he had grown to know me, to know that my word, my promises, and my character are inseparable and immutable. He knew that I was fully able to do what I promised. He rested in this, and you can rest in this. My word is the surest thing in the universe. Remain joyfully expectant. It is due season. The harvest is breaking forth. Prepare to be blessed beyond measure. Heirs, I call you blessed. Remember who you are. Live as heirs and live as those who are infinitely loved by God, and change your world.